Imagine watermelons growing vertically in small hanging hammocks. Yes, watermelons are resting in little hammocks as they grow in size and gain weight. Isn't it something you have never heard before? How can hefty watermelons hang? Were they not grown on the ground in a vine network? Well, with a new technique, you can now grow watermelons in hanging hammocks as if they are fruits of heaven. Vines move upward instead of falling on the ground, having watermelons along an ascending wall-like frame. But how is that done? Welcome back to another exciting episode of our channel. The Mechanicals brings you engineering marvels and little-known farming techniques that are revolutionizing the world in one way or the other. If you are new to the channel but enjoy learning about how technology and innovation are shaping the world's future, you will love to watch the videos we post on this channel. In this video, we will show you how to grow watermelons in hanging hammocks. Watch until the end to not miss out on any important step. Let's get started. The process begins with seed sowing. But before watermelon seeds can be sown into the ground, you first have to prepare them well. Therefore, take some watermelon seeds as they are available in the market. You can choose the ones which are better in quality. Not only that, but you can pick some seeds from the watermelon you have. In both cases, you should clean the seeds and soak them in water so they can absorb enough water to germinate. Even if the watermelon seed is not sown yet, it has been dipped into the water to become soft and turgid. When sown, it will sprout and germinate instantly, instead of absorbing enough water before the stem can erupt. Leave these seeds in water for 4 hours and then take them out. Clean them with a clean cloth or take some antiseptic tissues and spread the seeds over them. Then, spread another tissue on the first one so the seeds are in the middle. You will soon know why we are doing this. Once you have put the seeds in the middle, fold the antiseptic wet tissues and keep them in a box for 2 days. When you open the box and unfold the tissue, you will see the seeds would have sprouted. Since they had absorbed sufficient water, they had optimum conditions to sprout. However, all earlier growth cannot be done this way. Therefore, take some plastic cups and make oval holes at the bottom. Then put a rice husk and organic soil mixture into these plastic cups. Now take the watermelon seeds and sow each one in each cup. Then water the soil and let these seeds germinate further. Until then, you can make arrangements for the further growth period. Take some concrete bricks and place them in a line. Now, put plastic containers with holes on those concrete bricks. Using concrete bricks is not essential. You can use anything as long as the plastic containers cannot directly contact the ground. Put papers inside the plastic containers so the soil does not come out of the holes. Now fill the plastic containers with a mixture of rice husk and organic soil or fertilizer. Take a plastic cup, make some holes in it, and then place it in the center of the plastic container. This is not for seed sowing, but to add nutrients later in the growth phase. Besides this center cup, make 2 holes in the soil and take the germinating seeds from the plastic cups you had put in earlier. You should note that the entire soil is taken out along with the seed and planted into the larger plastic containers. Seeds would have been germinating into plastic cups, and now they need a rich nutrient supply. Therefore, put banana peels into the center cup with holes. When these banana peels decay, they release essential nutrients in the soil, making it fertile and optimum for the germinating seed. You can even cut whole bananas and put them into plastic cups. Add some water through that cup so the decay process fastens up. Now cover the soil with paper so evaporation can be avoided. Otherwise, the soil might go dry and growth would stop. Before we continue further, tell us, are you loving the video? If yes, please like and share the video and subscribe to our channel for more videos where we unveil breathtaking engineering and farming techniques. Let's continue now. While seeds germinate, it's high time you should prepare the hanging hammock frame. That's where you have to use some skills. Take 2 bamboo and hammer them at the 2 ends of the line of the plastic containers. Now take strings and tie them with those 2 bamboo. You should tie each rope about 7 to 8 inches apart from the earlier one until you get a network of these ropes. You can also add ropes vertically, so it becomes a crisscross frame of strings. This frame has been made so the growing watermelon vines can grow along it. Instead of falling on the ground, vines will ascend with the help of this rope frame. However, you should use some gardening skills to ensure that watermelon vines produce enough branches. In other words, cut off the main central growing stem when you see each watermelon plant has developed 6 leaves. This is done so the nutrients are not used for growing new stems. Rather, for the already present branches. Watermelon plants have the characteristics to grow immensely in all directions, and then the nutrients are used to develop branches. but we want the nutrients to be used for growing branches only. Then the growth phase begins. Watermelon vines will start growing quickly. You should tie these vines along the rope frame to prevent them from falling on the ground. After about 20 days from planting, the watermelon vines would be ascending the rope frame. You should ensure you see the vines every day and tie them with the rope as they grow. You can wound the vines along the rope instead of tying them. The only goal is to condition the vines to grow upward because we want to make hanging hammocks for watermelons. After about 30 days, you will start seeing buds on the vines. These buds are the earlier stage of flowers, which will open and develop into flowers. This is exactly the same area where we will be preparing the hanging hammocks. After 35 days from planting, you will see watermelon flowers that are yellow in color. Now take a flower that has pollen grains. It's the male flower which sends pollen grains to the female flower, after which a watermelon is grown. Use the male flower to rub on the female flowers gently, so the pollen grains can travel through the pollen tube of the female flower. These pollen grains travel and go inside the female flower, increasing the chances of more fruits. The more female flowers are fertilized, the more fruits are produced. After 45 days, little watermelons can be seen growing on the vines. At this stage, their weight is not so much. Therefore, they can stay hanging on the vines. But later, they will gain weight, and it will be quite difficult for them to stay that way. Therefore, it's high time you should start making hanging hammocks. Take some plastic net and cut it into pieces long enough to hold big watermelons. Now, attach the two ends of these nets with a rope so it becomes a little hammock. After that, tie each of the two end ropes with the string network so that the plastic hammocks come underneath the watermelon. You should ensure the watermelon sits on the hammocks. Otherwise, there is no point. Once in a while, you should add organic fertilizers to the soil. You can add decaying fruits and fertilizers in the same cup we had placed at the center. Also, add some water when you feel the soil needs it. After about 60 days, watermelons would grow impressively big. They will be resting on the hanging hammocks, presenting a beautiful picture. However, even if you feel it's the right time to harvest, it's not. Watermelons have to grow further before they can be harvested. Therefore, leave them for another 15 days until they grow bulky enough. Their color will also turn dark green from light green. That's the perfect time to harvest. Look out for the biggest watermelon on the hanging hammocks and take it off. You should know that not all watermelons have to be harvested on the same day. You have about 1 week to harvest them all, which gives you the choice to pick 3 to 4 watermelons every day. When you want to harvest, cut the attached vines to the watermelons, and your harvest period is over. Interestingly, you can use the rope network and hanging hammocks for your next crop. Therefore, let this be intact. When you decide for the next crop, you can simply reuse them all. Would you like to try out this method? What would your terrace garden look like, having these hanging hammocks with watermelons? Let us know in the comments section right below. Do you think this technique will bring more yield? Do you want to watch more videos like this one? If yes, please like and share the video and subscribe to get more videos on technological feats and farming advancements that are changing the world. Until the next video, stay tuned.